Well, we may just be at the beginning of summer vacation, but after a few rainy days, the kids are already beginning to get bored. Well, ArtCenter Manatee can keep kids of all ages busy with their summer camps, focusing on different art activities every week. Well, today, Angie Lucas is here to teach us about mosaic art. All right, so this is one of the classes that you offer as part of the camp.
Yes.
So tell us what mosaic art is. What does it mean?
Well, mosaic art is the art of taking pieces, which is called tessera, and applying it to a substrate, which is your base.
Okay.
It's actually a very old art form dating back to Mesopotamia, thousands and thousands of years ago. So it's, but you see it in modern applications everywhere. You maybe just don't realize that that's where.
Okay.
That's
It's a good use of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like art, recycling or upcycling.
Upcycling, yeah.
Absolutely, and
All
that's
right.
one of the appeals to it, is that you can use found objects and old pieces of jewelry and
fun.
Oh, nice.
stuff
Yeah.
into it.
So today we are going to aspire to make the coaster that is over in front of Stephanie. And this is an example of what the kids might make in this class.
Yeah, the emerging artist, which is ages 11 to 15.
Okay, and 11 is good because we're dealing with like broken glass in some
Right.
cases, so, but
Yeah.
all under good supervision, that's why
Absolutely,
you're here.
yes.
All right, well, we're trying to hit that, so let's start with the first step. What do you have Megan do?
Okay, so Megan's going to be scoring and cutting the glass using, this is a score, and you're just going to
Should
go.
I do this one or this one?
You can do this
The
one.
big one? Okay.
Yeah, so just actually have your hand a little bit more.
So it has a sharp
straight.
end to it?
It's got a little roller on it that scores the glass.
Like
When
a
you
little
hear that-
pizza cutter?
Yeah, you hear that noise?
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
means it's scoring the glass.
Wow.
That's kind of cool.
Megan, she really trusts
I
you.
know.
And then
Okay.
you're going to use these, are called a breaker.
Okay.
And you're going to put that score line right in that center of the black piece
Okay,
right
should I
there.
go
So a
this
Yep.
safe way to break and cut glass.
Yes,
And obviously with
So.
supervision,
obviously, yes.
I don't even trust
Alright.
myself.
Yeah, really,
Yeah.
it's kind of scary.
I'm like,
Oh,
that wasn't
no,
as
that's
hard
it.
as I
We
thought.
won.
That's pretty
It-
easy.
it is pretty
Okay.
easy.
Wow.
And then the next part we're going to take, these are just a glass cutter.
Okay.
And you're just going to, put a little bit in, maybe about to there. Yep.
Some pretty
And-
unique tools.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they
fun.
Okay.
I can see why the teen set would like this, just because it's
Yes.
tool-oriented and it's different.
And
you get
Megan's
to-
working on red glass here, but
Yep.
look, you brought a whole array of different types of
Different-
glass, mirrored and all
Yeah.
different forms.
Because you can put sea glass and
Mm-hmm.
shells, gems. That's my bling, because things always need a little bit of
Yeah,
bling.
Linda's partial to the bling. All right.
And
Should I
so
keep going? We're good?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah, all
and then
right.
so what I'm going to have you do now, Joey, is this is thin set,
Okay.
which it starts in this powder form, and you add just a little bit of water to it. Basically, you want it to be like peanut butter
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
that's all
consistency.
there.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to first put it on the surface that you're going to attach to.
Now, you've made a pattern
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's very nice.
Is that something that you always do ahead of time, or sometimes can it be freehand?
It can be freehand.
Okay.
Am I
think
covering the entire?
you can just do a little corner
Just a little
piece of
area?
it. Yeah,
All right.
and it's going to have to be thicker than that, though.
Oh, see, I'm so
No, that-
thrifty with,
no,
the, with the peanut butter.
It goes far.
All right.
All right, so then you can go ahead and then you're going to put this right on that corner, and
Okay.
now you are started a
Oh,
mosaic.
look at me. My coaster is ready.
Yeah.
I hope no one's getting thirsty because it's taking me a little bit of time.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
So I would fill this in with all the different
All the
pieces, so I
different
could
pieces,
even
yep.
do something here or
Yep.
with one of the darker ones. All right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's how you get started.
Okay.
And you don't have to have a pattern, but you can.
They're
have
not
a
all the same
basic-
thickness. Does that matter? The drink
Not
will
really.
be. No, I'm kidding.
Not really, because this one is on the corner, and this will
Okay.
fit like a glass fits right in there,
Okay.
so it doesn't tip.
All right. So if I were to keep going, if I was a little faster, then we would be probably at Linda's step, right?
Right. So once you get all this stuff and the
I'll
thin
keep
set
going.
has set, which you can do it in about 20 minutes. I prefer to do overnight just because it gives it enough time to really,
Stability.
By the end, how do
really
you feel about
stable.
Tuesday?
yeah, right. So then the next step is we're going to have Linda do some grout, so this is
Can I just squish it down myself?
yes, you can absolutely.
Oh, this is fun. You
So
guys
you're
are
going to
aggression.
cover it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep, and you want to make sure you get it into all those little crevices in between. And we're using a sanded grout, which it's got a little bit of a texture to it because it's got sand in it, which is when you have your grout lines larger than an 1/8 of an inch wide. You want to use the
while we're
sanded grout.
in tight here, I'm going to tilt that up. There,
this
so you
is
see
fun. You'll
so
love
you're
this
getting
part.
the grout in between the little
Right.
pieces.
Linda,
there.
we're going
So
to
it's
call
going
you
to
when we
be
do our
one
bathroom.
size.
Yeah, no
Yep.
kidding.
Yep, and you can just spread it out,
So the quick set holds it, but this really
and it seals.
Keeps
Yeah,
it
it
in?
fills
Okay.
in the lines basically,
Okay.
and it.
Oh, yeah, there it goes in now. It's
Yeah.
going in.
Primer
Yeah,
coat.
it's covering
Yeah.
it.
Top coat.
Yeah.
it is like grouting tile.
Yeah.
It's exactly.
Same
it's,
concept.
nice,
it's
and I like-
absolutely the
That's
same
what
thing.
we're doing.
You know,
yeah.
you lead us through it, but there's room for creativity, which is cool,
Oh,
especially at that
absolutely.
age. You know, you don't want
Absolutely.
to. You want to know which rules you can break.
Yeah,
especially when
and,
it comes
and
to
the
art.
kids really, they'll do flower pots, they'll do frames, they'll do birdhouses.
And
I mean,
let's
any surface.
Let's look at Steph now. Steph's Steph.
All right.
Where is she?
So she's at the polishing point. After the grout has sat for about 20 minutes, is then you start just cleaning it off with a very damp sponge until you don't have any haze left on any of the pieces.
So I'm basically cleaning each
You're
little
cleaning.
piece
Yep.
individually.
Oh, gotcha. And that's what makes it kind of shine and
Right.
get that
Absolutely.
nice.
Yep.
Wow. And we'll end up with the example.
example.
What I think we did
Yeah,
well.
and we're pretty close here. I need to do a little more polishing.
Yes, it was your scoring, I have to
Yes.
say.
And you know what, Joey, you were asking about having a tippy cup. When Linda grouted, it kind of made an even
fills in.
surface.
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of filled it in so that I don't feel like I'm going to have a tippy glass.
Well,
Right.
and
This is so much fun.
this is
It
just one
really
of
is
the
a
many
project.
classes that you offer.
Right.
And you have classes for all ages. What age groups does it start at?
It starts at ages 4 and
Okay.
goes all the way up to 15.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
nice.
So we have our sprouts, which is our ages 4 to 6. They meet once a week for a couple hours, and they do all sorts of different projects. Then we have week-long camps for ages 6 to 10, and they're a different theme each week. They meet from 9 to 3, Monday through Friday.
Something for every age group. And then when the kids get really good at their mosaic work, they can do some of the pieces like what you've done on the bottom, which is really, really beautiful. We're not there yet, but we're on our way. Well, for more information about all of the camps at ArtCenter Manatee, you can go to their website, artcentermanatee.org. Coming up next, Megan has her mommy picks for toddler reading time this summer.